Hi Taurus, so I'm going to be doing your November the 16th to the 22nd reading. So I already did the first half of November, so we'll kind of see if we've got a continuation of that or if we've got anything else going on. So, let's see. Just put these in. They never go in the way I want them to. I'll also do my other one as well, which I won't. There we go. Okay, so, let's do it then. So we've got I'll just get a clarifier from this deck. Okay. So we have that overall clarifier, which is 8 of Cups in reverse. So this is kind of something that has been torn down in the past, I feel that maybe you've had a situation, it's not really been the success that you think it is. So it's kind of like, you know, when you have to kind of let go of things, and it's very bittersweet, and I feel like this is the opposite. So I think in the past you've had a moment where you've had to let go of something. I think for a lot of you, you've had like a crush that hasn't really worked out, but now it's actually on a flip head where you're actually getting a bit more of hope. And I can see that as well because we have the Magician. And the Magician is often all about manifesting, and this is really about personal power. So this is where an opportunity starts to come through, where you start to get something that gives you a little bit more of a strategy. So a little bit more of a gateway, you know, so something opens up for you and you're like, right, okay, I can see where I can get in now. So I think the Magician really amplifies that idea about you having personal power, you being able to manifest. So I see for a lot of you, you know, if you've been trying to manifest things, it's going to come to fruition. I think in the past you've had trouble manifesting this specific thing, and I think now we're starting to see the kind of turntables, how the tables have turned, how the turntables, you know, I think it's very much kind of a world turned upside down and flipped up. So I think with the Taurus reading for the 1st of November, we've got this idea that you were kind of lonely, but you were quite rich. You know, this is just a general reading as well, so for some of you it will not resonate, but hopefully there's little things in here that you do pick up and you think, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds a lot like me. So I think there's been a little bit of a period of transition, okay, and I think we're starting to see that really come to the surface. And then we have got 10 of Cups in reverse, okay? So normally 10 of Cups to me is really about having this happiness of the home, okay? So this is where, you know, I was talking about the first half of November, we're feeling a little bit lonely, like there wasn't that much happiness in the home, feeling like our peace is sort of being disrupted a little bit. So to have that in reverse is like, okay, yes, this is still continuing. I think for you, you know, you're still feeling a little bit lonely. I don't want to use the word abandoned, but I think for some of you, you do feel very isolated. It's very normal because right now we're in a very isolated period. But I think for a lot of you, that's where you're going to start ramping up this idea about manifesting, because you're like, I don't want to have to be on my own. I don't want to have to keep spreading this kind of feeling that the home and the happiness is never going to be for me, because we know that's not true. We have got the Magician card. We know that we can work this out. So to have that in reverse, I think is really interesting. I think that gives us the idea that, again, a world turned upside down a little bit. We then got the 9 of Cups in reverse. So 9 of Cups, again, upright is very successful. This is where you get your strategic advantage. And this is why I'm talking about Magician, because Magician is all about strategy and manifesting. So to have that flipped upside down, we have got an opening, we have got strategy, but it's going to be a bit difficult to try and really, you know, put it on the mark. I think there's going to be some kind of outside forces going on there. So we have got some outside forces there. We also know that we've got the 4 of Cups in reverse too. Okay, so the 4 of Cups is really about where you're feeling very, I think maybe in the past you were feeling very tired because, you know, you did have this moment with this 8 of Cups where, you know, you had to leave something. Like I said, maybe it was a crush, maybe it was something else. You know, we don't have to always apply it to love. It can be whatever you want it to be. But I think you had this idea where there was an opportunity you really wanted this opportunity and it didn't really happen. For a lot of you, you tried to run away from it because you were scared of it, especially with love and especially with crushes. We're so afraid because we really want it to work out. So I think for quite a lot of you, you try to run away from the situation. To have this in reverse is saying that you're really ready to fight. And I like that because we have got that Magician card that says, you know, I'm ready to use this strategy. I'm ready to fight now. I don't want to just lay down and take this, you know, this is you know, when it's upright, this is a very stationary card. So to have it flipped, I think you're going to be having a lot of movement here. So this you could be dealing with a fire sign, but I like these cups energy because it's very watery. So obviously, you know, for a lot of you, you may be dealing with water sign. I really do see a lot of Pisces energy here as well. But I think for you, because you crave stability as a earth energy, and especially you really love that dollar, I think it's really important for you to always keep moving. You know, I think just keep moving, and try to, you know, compound that stability, try to get it. You don't want to run away. Why don't you want to run away? Because that doesn't give you stability, okay? Running away is that's a Sagittarius thing, that's a fire sign. So you really need to find that balance. And I think this is where you're going to start to, you know, really, see all the pieces putting together, because I think you have got this ability to manifest what you want. We also got Ace of Cups as well in reverse. I think that's really interesting. Ace of Cups is a very interesting card, because I always see this as like, you know, kind of joy, you know, this is happiness. This is where we get the element of feeling very productive. Okay, so again, to have that in reverse, this is where you're not feeling joy. So you're going to try and think like, right, I'm going to go move forward. I'm going to move even closer to what I think will give me joy. So for a lot of you who've got like a crush, or for this Ace of Cups, I see this as like, you know, a job kind of thing. For some of you that have really wanted to start to secure a family as well, I think this is really important for you to be able to know that you can move ahead. And maybe you're not feeling joyful at the moment. You're not really feeling your best self, you know. You're not feeling like, you're just not feeling like that, you know, amazing person that you are. I think you're, again, like I said in the first half of the November reading, I think there's a little bit of a continuation of feeling a little bit like, I feel a bit lonely and a bit not myself, world turned upside down. I think that's really a continuation. And I think for a lot of you, you've had that issue where you've tried to hold on to an idea of somebody, and not necessarily even the person, but the idea. And I think that has kind of come crashing down on you. So you're trying to go a different way about it now. Okay. Things are flipped upside down a little bit. We need to change course. We need to change things around. But I do get the sense that, that there is hope for a lot of you who really do want to start a family. And I think, you know, it's almost like I get this real sense that something has to sort of end for something else to come along. So it's like the crushing of a lily pad, okay? And it's just, there's something that has to end. And I think it's going to be really beneficial for you. It's going to hurt, but it's beneficial. I think it's very important. We have got some swords energy in this deck as well, so we can see that. So we have got five of swords. We've got 5 of swords in reverse as well. So we've got a lot of reverses in this deck. I think it's very important, the swords energy. We've also got 8 of swords as well in reverse, and then we've also got 9 of pentacles in reverse as well. So I want to talk about the 9 of pentacles first in reverse, because pentacles is earth energy, so we get a little bit of your sign coming through. So 9 of pentacles really in upright is very accomplished. This is where you start to feel more safe, you feel a little bit more secure, and this is important because you start to get this idea of feeling very a bit more luxurious. You know, you're getting that material well-being that you really crave. You're getting that really special moment. To have it in reverse, we're not getting that sense of stability. You know, we're not getting that sense of accomplishment. Again, we're having to turn things around. We're having to flip things around a little bit. So I hope really this reading's come across very substantially as, you know, we need to do things differently. You've got to take a different direction, okay? Especially for a lot of you who are worried about love, we need to do things differently here, because what is happening is not been working out. We know that from the past cards, you know, with this 8 of Cups, even with this 4 of Cups, we've been running away from a situation. You know, for a lot of you, you don't want to confront the fears. A lot of you don't want to confront the self-limiting beliefs that are holding you back from the situation and it caused you to run away in the first place, you know. So I think that 9 of Pentacles is really important. I think it's kind of one of those energies that is really giving us a sense of trying to turn things around. But I also think there's a real element of personal power here that I want to talk about. And I think this is about you kind of reclaiming a glory. So reclaiming a personal power, I think is going to be very apparent this coming week for these dates. I think it's going to be very apparent. So we have got this 5 of Swords in reverse. So 5 of Swords really, I think this is really about, this is where I think in the past you thought that this especially for love. I know I keep using this a lot as a reference, but this is what I keep coming up with, you know, in my intuition. I feel like a lot of you, it's a focus on a love, but for some of you, it could be a career as well. I think there was you know, you saw this person again as a conquest. Like I'm saying, I think, you know, the person in your life was a bit of an idea. It's a conquest, and this is really about, you know, you had to accept defeat. Again, you ran away and had to accept defeat. I feel like you surrendered because something, you know, just triggered. It wasn't right. The moment wasn't right. So they had this in reverse as saying, you know, this is a bit different. This is not so much a conquest, but we're not accepting defeat. We're not lying down. I know nothing of defeat. Okay, so we're really using strategy here. You know, in war, when you don't win the first time, what do? You go back and learn from your mistakes. So I think for you, you've got to go back, learn from your mistakes, starting to see what's the kind of agility I can use here. What kind of wisdom can I really apply to this situation? I think that's very important in this situation. To kind of compound that with the Eight of Swords, which we also have in reverse. Eight of Swords to me, this is really, again, this was in the past where you had this crisis, you felt you had to kind of, you almost felt trapped in your own beliefs. You felt trapped in a situation. And so now, again, we are turning us around. This is not a crisis, this is an opportunity. This is a moment for success where we don't feel trapped. We're not going to run away, right? We are going to root ourselves to the ground and we're going to not accept defeat. No surrender this time, okay? We're not accepting surrender. We're turning things around. We've got that magician. We've got this personal power. This infinite possibilities. We've got infinite possibilities with this deck. So what I'm getting from this is that you're going to have to work a little bit harder than you normally would have. But I think for this week, in particular for these dates, I think it's going to be really apparent that you're going to have to start turning things around. Not accepting defeat, not surrendering, not holding your hands up and saying, you know, this isn't me. This is your life. You're going to just take it lying down? No, we're not going to take it lying down. So I think for you, anything is possible. And I really actually quite like the overall energy for this kind of reading. I will get a kind of love message because I know a lot of people do watch these because they'd like to know about their love life. And also, I just think I'm getting that quite strongly. But also, you know, when I talk about defeat and strategy, it's very important when it comes to jobs as well. So for a lot of you, again, don't take it lying down if you don't get well with a job. I think it's really important to do that. So we've got express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. Do you know what I love the most about that? This is that ability to, again, extend an opportunity to somebody. This is where you, this is like, again, what I like most about this card is that you've got this idea about somebody is a pearl in your life. You know, that they are like they're like the most amazing person in your life. Again, but this is an idea. This is an idea, and I think we need to crack through this idea. And when I use the word expression, I think it's really important because expressing love through material means, which is what a Taurus would love to do because of the money, it's really very important to combine what you're comfortable with what you know will work. That is what strategy is, okay? Sometimes just being able to see what really works, and also kind of knowing what the outcome is. I think for a lot of you, you want that stability, so you want to see the outcome straight away. So I think this is a very interesting reading, and yeah, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. This is just a general reading as well, so it won't resonate for everybody, but hopefully it does help you and, you know, maybe gives you a little bit of some steam to power on through. If you would like to like and subscribe and comment, that would be fantastic. And also if you'd like a reading with me, my email is in my bio. So yeah, thank you very much.